All right, welcome back, good people. This video, I want to be talking about something that is near and dear to me, and that's helping people like yourself. Now, I've been making these videos for quite some time now, and I've been able to have some degree of success with the process. But not only videos, but a host of other things. And my company teaches people how to set up the foundation of an online business. Now, this actual video is specifically for people who are what I call go-getters, right? People who don't need somebody to take them by the hand and walk them down the street, right? Now, if that's you, you know that's who I'm talking about, right? But if that's not you, what I'm saying won't really make sense. It'll go right over your head. It won't resonate with the processes, because in order for you to get the results you want, you have to put in the work. So if you think that I can put in the work and you get the results, it doesn't work like that. So if you're not willing to put the results in to get the results for you, then this isn't for you. This is for people who are interested in doing something in the 21st century, and you know you're more than just a job, right? My target market are baby boomers, what you call baby boomers. These are people who are getting ready to retire or who have retired. But I also cater to other people as well, but my niche market are those. And you'll have a niche for your business as well, and you'll need to be able to identify that. But the point I want you to take away from this video is that when I began this journey, I knew nothing about this process, absolutely nothing. And some 8 years later, you know, I'm a published author, motivational speaker. I create videos. I do a whole lot of other things. But the thing that I want to really do, and I want to leave a legacy for, is being able to help people do the same thing, right? Now, some of the people that I speak with about doing something different, starting a business, they have a disbelief, or they don't really have a strong belief in themselves or in the fact that they can do that, or the possibility that they can do that. And trust me, you can do it, especially if you have the drive and the determination. And most people have that. It's just they need to be able to focus that on something that they can, you know, target that toward. And if you can't identify what that is for you via your passion or your what's something that you like to do, your hobby. And I always like to reference it to a hobby, because whatever your hobby is, you don't get paid to do your hobby. You don't get paid to do that. But in the 21st century, it's possible to get paid to do your hobby, to share your hobby with other people. And what I do here, I love doing this. I love creating videos. I love getting in front of the camera and sharing information that I've gained throughout the week. And what I'm doing is I'm sharing that information, which is giving value to people who follow me, right? Or people who are interested in starting a business, which is what my company teaches people how to do, right? Now, it doesn't teach you the full business. It teaches you the foundation of that business. Because when you grow a business, if that foundation isn't strong, it can't sustain any growth. And you don't grow a business to stay on level one. You grow a business to elevate, to scale, if you will, right? Now, there's a lot of things about the business world that you may or may not know, especially if you've never tried to start a business. But today, trust me when I tell you, you don't need a lot of money. You don't need a lot of money, but you do need to have the ability to slot some time so that you can gain some information. In other words, if you have such a busy day that you can't set aside an hour to learn something that you like to learn about, then you have a little bit of an issue, because you don't know enough right now to take it to another level. So you're going to have to create a window that you can say, well, 3 days a week, I'm going to study this for 30 minutes. That's not a lot, is it? Or 3 days a week, I'm going to study this for an hour, right? And what happens is, as you get more and more familiar with that particular niche or that particular thing, then you have a tendency to want to spend more time there, because you can see possibilities that you can't see day one going in. Is that making sense? It's like if I tell you a story, if I start telling you a story and I begin the story like, well, It was on a Tuesday morning, and that Tuesday morning I walked to the front door, opened the front door, and when I looked in the front door, you're going to be interested in knowing what I saw, right? What's the next thing, right? There is a next thing, but that only comes by you looking in the door or by you listening to what's being said, right? And you have the ability to create the world that you want. I want you to really kind of get an understanding of that. And only you have that ability, because nobody else knows what you want. Only you. Now, if you could generate a profit, or you could create a process that would generate a profit that would allow you to grow what you would consider your business, something that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, you're going to have a certain degree of pride or a certain degree of belief in yourself at that point, right? And then you'll be able to help other people, because when you do something, people watch. It's like what I do is I try to reach a variety of different people on a variety of different levels, right? Because people are on different levels, and trying to understand that level that they're on to be able to reach them and have them open up so that they can identify whether or not what I do is something that would be interesting or something that they would be interested in doing for themselves, right? Because everyone doesn't want a business, and I understand that. And that's okay, because someone has to be the workers. Someone has to work for a living. And if that's you, that's okay. I have no problem with that. As I indicated in the beginning, you're not the person I'm speaking with right now, right? Not that you won't switch your mindset later on. It's just that right now you're not there, and that's okay. But if you are there, if that is you that I'm speaking with, and you feel what I'm saying to you right now, and you want to do something different, I'm available. Don't just keep passing me by, because by you keep passing me by, trust this, I am growing. And as I'm growing, there's going to come a point where you won't have access like you have access now. And, life is short. Life is really, really short. And when you look at where you are versus where you would like to go someday, a lot of people don't really have any idea or concept of where they would like to go. And if you don't know that, then you're probably totally happy where you are. Especially if you're not like struggling for money, or you're not, paycheck to paycheck, that type of mindset. Because you're okay. You're in what's called the comfort zone. And now when you're in the comfort zone, there is no growth. You must know that. There is no growth. Regardless of what you hear me say or what you see other people do, you won't grow, because you're in your comfort zone and you're safe. You don't want to come out of that. But trust me when I tell you, at some point, life will bring you out of that comfort zone. It's called life. It's not good or bad, it's called life. It's not my life, it's your life. Your life will bring you out of that. And when it does, you need to be able to find yourself where you have flexibility with what you have and what you don't have, what you can do and what you can't do, right? Now, I got some really good videos this week for you guys, but I wanted to begin by saying that opportunity knocks but once, right? And it doesn't knock for everyone. So if you see opportunity and you feel like, well, you know what, I know this guy, I'm going to give him a try. You're not really giving me a try. Understand that what you're doing is helping yourself, because you know what you want to do. You just don't know how to do it yet. You know you want to share and talk to other people via videos or audios or blogs, however you want to communicate, and you know you can do it. And you can probably do a better job than I could. But you're going to have someone that you can follow. You're going to have a mentor, if you will. Now, am I a mentor? Absolutely. I am someone that if you follow a process or a path that I put you on, it will take you someplace. But you have to follow that process, and you have to put in the work, because I can give you all the ingredients, but the one ingredient that's absolutely necessary is you. You must put what you have to offer into it, and you'll structure it the way you want to, according to your schedule. If you really want it. That's how it works. If you really want to start a business or change your life or write a book or go to college or whatever it is you want to do, if you really, really want to do it, you can do it. The universe will start to align with you to make certain that you do that, as long as you continue. And one of the people I studied said something not too long ago that I really appreciate, and I've been sharing with other people. And he said that when you want to do something, if you just do a little something every day, if you don't do it 5 minutes every day, That 5 minutes will turn into 7. That 7 will turn into 10. That 10 will turn into 20. And before long, you've created a process, or you set up a system where you can continually get better at what you want to get better at. And as you get better at what you want to get better at, you'll eventually become an expert, which is what my system teaches you to become in your niche or in your field. You're going to be an expert at that. You will know more than 90% of the people that are in search of what it is that you offer. Now, how will you do that? Let me give you a quick scenario. Let's say that let's say your target market or your target number is, say, 1,000 hours of studying. I know that's a lot, right? But we're not talking about in a week. We're talking about in your lifetime, 1,000 hours. Let's say you study an hour a day. It's 24 hours in a day, right? That means for 365 days, you've only studied 365 hours. You're still a long ways from 1,000 hours. However, think about how far ahead you are about that particular niche in reference to what we call the layman, just regular people, right? You have studied for 365 hours in this area. You know more than me. You know more than most people, right? Unless that is my area, right? So you are the expert. You're the go-to person. You have value. You can share information. But you don't have to go a year. It doesn't have to take that long. You can do 90 days. I've got a 90-day workbook that helps you set up the foundation of that process so that you can begin today, right? And it's absolutely free. Just go to my blog, speakwithlarry.blog, put your name and email address in there, and boom, the magic begins. Your journey has begun. But you can't stop. You have to do something every day. And again, this is only for the people who feel me, not for the people who are just watching and saying, you know what, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, this guy, this and that. I appreciate the feedback, but I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking to the guy sitting beside you who's saying, I like this, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm talking to. And you can do that, and I can help. My name is Larry James. My company is Speak with Larry, and I thank you. There's more videos to come.